Two more acts in this show. You guys got two more in you? Yes. Next act's one of my absolute favourites. He hosts a great podcast called The Mug Off. You got to listen to it. Start the applause. You guys know what to do. Let's go raise the roof for Cameron Duggan.
Hey. Hello? Thank you. Fuck yeah, this is going to be a hot one. Look, straight off the bat, how much does it look like I've had heaps of stepdads? Like heaps, right? You'd be like, four probably. At least, I'll go 3 conservatively, but it's at least heaps. So it's a lot. It's a lot of dads. It's too much dad energy. There's too much going on. None is the answer though. Like my parents are still together. Is that nuts? I have no business looking this angry. This is entirely genetic. Nothing to do with my upbringing whatsoever. Isn't that crazy? Like I'm 33. Isn't that nuts? It's still together. Like they've had kids. Several children. Still together. But presumably, they still love each other as well. Isn't that crazy? I'm flat out making a year with anyone. I've had several children. Still love each other. It's nuts. Like, does anyone here not have a great relationship with their father? Anyone? Sucked in, dude. Dobbed in too by mum, probably. Sucked in, dude. My dad fucking loves me. He does. He does. Like I know I look like a dude whose dad promised to take him to a monster truck show and just never come back, but he did. He come back. We went to the show. We had a great time. How could you not? It's monster trucks. I said, thanks for taking me to the show, Dad. He said, no worries, son. I love you. I said, thanks for always telling me that, you know? So sorry you don't get to experience that, but... It's not often you hear a bloke my age bragging about how much his dad loves him, but like, I'm just built different, you know? Built with love. Do you know, I did a tour out in the country recently and I told that bit. I said I was just built different and one of these fucking country jackals yells out, yeah, smaller. Isn't that fucked? I just had to cop it too. It was huge. Just you wait till I get back to the big city and talk about you. God, he's that. Don't tell him, but he will flog me. He was a big boy. He was a big boy. I think I've had this realisation recently, right? I think I've realised why so many women have broken up with me. Can you believe that? I've been dumped heaps. Isn't that nuts? With this personality. Isn't that crazy? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with them? What did they do? What can they do to improve themselves? I'm fine. I'm normal. How can they? Anyways, I've worked it out. So I was hanging out with this girl the other after. Doesn't matter when it was, right? We were hanging out, and she was like she was giving me a wristy, right? I think that's okay to say. At this point, she touched it, right? Wasn't even my birthday or nothing like that. She's just a real sweetheart. Just an angel of a woman. Right, so she was giving me a wristy, right, and I said to her, hey, do you mind just sitting on your hand for a bit? So it feels like someone else is doing it. Which I thought was very funny at the time. Full disclosure, I still think it's pretty funny now, but particularly at the time. But at the moment, I can see a lot of women looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And a lot of men like, oh, I remember that. So there was this thing when you're in school, right? Your mates would tell you, they'd be like, go home. Like, don't do it here. Not again. But go home, right? Sit on your own hand. Wait for it to go numb. Then wrist to yourself. And it'll feel like someone else is doing it. Don't judge me. I didn't make this up. This is not my thing. This is not... I'm just passing on a message here. This is not something I've ever personally done. So I don't know if you've ever tried to do something with the numb hands before, but like that doesn't work. It spreads. That whole thing, that is numb. That does nothing. Like you start trying to jerk off with that, it's all like from the shoulder at that point. It's like you're trying to start a mower. It's like, oh, I can rip this straight off my pelvis in a second. You know what I mean? You do it long enough, it starts to hurt your neck as well. Like, is this what growing up feels like, is it? Can't wait till someone else does this for me. Crazy stuff. Don't worry, there's stuff in here for the ladies too. So I was flicking her bean, right? I understand that is quite crass. That is quite rude, but I feel like I do. Fuck, you finally smiled. You've been looking at me like I fucking robbed your house the whole time. Sitting here like an angry Guess Who character. Bald goatee, that's the cunt there. Got you with the flicking the bean thing. You're like, all right, I'm in. Finally, a bloke who gives back. He's going to flog me outside. I feel like everyone just came around at that point. You guys all, what are you on about? And you're like, flicking beans? All right, we're in. I've got to go now, but... No, I do. So I was flicking her bean, right? That is quite crass, but I feel like I do need to say it because otherwise people are like, did he immediately start DJing after getting a wristy? I've fucked myself here, but luckily only you people and everyone on the internet will see it. I've got a show, you should come to that. It's next week. Come check it out. Listen to the Mug Off if you want. I've been Cameron Duggan. Thanks very much.
Cameron Duggan, everyone!